we have the problem of figuring out how to talk to people. And this question, how do I do this without alienating people, came from one of the folks in the Facebook group. Many of you have not really decided to build a network marketing business. You're just kind of dabbling. Who here is confident enough that their product or their program actually can help people, that you would make a career out of doing that with network marketing or affiliate marketing or whatever you're marketing, because that's what you have to do. No matter what you have, whether you are somebody who can help people write a book, or you're somebody who helps people fix marital relationships or get kids into Harvard, no matter what it is, if you could figure out how to market it in a way that you didn't alienate people and that you actually only talk to people who are already interested in buying what you have. How many people here on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is, oh my God, yes, I would totally begin to make a career of this and learn how to do it, because what I've got, I know can help people. And if I knew how to market it so that I didn't alienate people and I had a way to talk to only people who are interested every day, who are interested already in buying, that would be a 10. Let me see who says a 10 here. That you would, in fact, make a decision to build a business of your own that would give you enough income, say, to quit the job, at least. Let me see. What do we have here?
Oh, lots, quite a few, a dozen at least.
All right. So today it is the 109th day of 2022. How many people knew that? The 109th day of 2022. You know how many days there are in a year, right? We all know this. Okay. So where are you on achieving your 2022 income goals? Where are you on that right now? Are you like almost there? Or are you, oh my God, I'm like nowhere? Where are you? All right. So people say all the time to us, okay, hey, I'm supposed to get people, right? I joined the network marketing company. They say, get people, get them in and sign them up. And so what do I say to get people? Very standard fare. I hope that you're not asking this question, but if you are, I'm going to give you a better one. Okay. So what am I supposed to say to get people? What do I say? How can I do this without chasing people? Or can I do this without chasing people who really don't want this? How many feel like this is something that you've had in your head? Is there a way to do this without chasing people that don't really want this? Okay. Is there a way to talk to just those people who are interested in buying already before you talk to them? Yes or no? Is there a way to talk to those people? If you want to know these things, I have kind of a different show for you today. We always cover different topics. Everything comes from the questions that you guys ask, because we've done this for a long time. And a lot of it comes from the same source. And I want to show you right now what it is. And once you can fix the piece, and of course you replace it, and then you're set. So again, who wants to make a dent and earn some significant income with their business, assuming that you make a decision and you'll do the work and not be some kind of a whiny when things don't go right. Have we got some yeses here for that?
Yes, bring it, Tracy says. Bring it on.
Bring it on. Okay. So I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, how much do you want to earn per month 10 years from now? And you need to have a specific number. And here's the format that you're going to put it in. Are you ready for this? I want to earn blah, blah per month 10 years from now. Okay, let me see some of those numbers. What are those? What are we getting?
50K, Mike says. And
Okay.
Fiona, 20,000.
So now here's the next question. What are you going to do for people so that they want to give you money? Momo. Momo is money for people that are between 20 and 40. So if you're over that age, I'm explaining what that is. What are you going to do for people so that they want to give you money? Because some people forget this, but money that we earn comes from somebody else. Otherwise, we'd be growing money in our garden, and we don't grow money in the garden, right? It comes from somebody else. And the reason they give you money, why do you give somebody money? Many of you have bought programs of ours. Many of you have bought, I don't know, you bought a home, you buy food, you buy a microphone, you buy movie tickets. What, do you just give money willy-nilly because the movie company says, hey, we're broke, like Netflix? They're saying, hey, we lost 200,000 subscribers. Come and subscribe, give us money because we need money. Are you going to go and set up a Netflix account because they need money? Yes or no? Let me see.
No. No,
Right?
no. Yep.
So you don't really care if anybody else needs money. Just because they need it, unless it's your kid, are you going to give it to them or not? So you have to figure out, what are you going to do for somebody so that they want to give you money? Are we good with that? So the question you have to ask yourself, we're going to get into the meat of this right now. Because I figure, why screw around? Why not? You may just well know what you're in for. If you want to make significant money in any business of your own, including network marketing, because the part for network marketers that you have to do is the hard part that the company owners don't want to do, or otherwise they would be doing it. They don't want to go out and market and sell because they can't, or they'd be out here with us, right? Some of the reps in companies make more than the company brass, and the company brass normally get really bent out of shape. He's making all that. We've been at the top of so many companies where the owners have told that to me. He doesn't do anything. He makes, $1 million a year. It's like, why do you think they got into this business? Well, we should pay them less because, I only make 150,000 and I work 80 hours a week. I mean, the mentality of the people who own your company are not usually mentalities of people that know how to market and sell, or they'd be doing it, because marketing and sales is the highest paying business of any kind in the world. So, but you got to figure out who you help with what in order for them to give you money. So think about this right now. Who do you help? Do you help get your kids into Ivy League schools? There are people who pay for that. If you guys have Ivy League age kids or school age kids, somebody might say, well, I want my kid to go to, I don't know, Brown, or I want him to go to some Ivy League school, right? So you hire somebody to help you when the kids are in kindergarten, middle school, high school levels, to pass the SAT so they can get into the Ivy League schools. That you're looking $10,000 to $20,000 minimum. Do you see this? Tell me yes. Who's got this? Do you help people save a marriage? Do you help people lose weight? What are some of the things you help people do? Who would like to know what the format is? So when somebody says, what do? You never sound like an idiot. You don't sound like a salesperson. You never will alienate anybody, and nobody will ever run the other way. They'll probably say, really, how's that work? Who would like that? I'm going to give you one of our super duper formulas from the vault. Okay, these formulas have variations. It's like Lifesaver candies. I was just looking at old ads. Lifesaver candies come in orange. Do you remember those, Vicki? Orange, red, right?
Yes.
Pink and blue. And the ad that made incredible impact and made hundreds of millions in sales. The guys who made the ad, I think it was Young and Rubicon, put a picture of all the Lifesavers on the page. Right. Some of you guys hopefully are old enough. I mean, this is fabulous advertising. It would work today. And you know what the ad said at the bottom? Don't lick this page. Because they were so good.
Yeah.
Right. So who do they help? Somebody who wants a little sweetie, wants something good right now. It's an instant fix. People buy Lifesavers, or they buy whatever small thing you get today, candy bars, blah, blah, blah. So who do you help? I help these kind of people, women, parents, men over 40. You have to decide who you can help. That's part, of course, what we're going to help you with in our program. But who can you help, right? Who want to, blah, blah, blah. So this is something they want to get rid of or something they want to achieve. I'm going to give you an example. So that they can do yada, yada, or be relieved of yada, yada, without having to do some horrible thing that they can't stand. Have we got this part? Help so-and-so who want to such and such. You need a statement like this. And this is one of the biggest problems in the marketing world. And in network marketing, it's completely, nobody can fill this in, because you know what they teach you? Oh, this is for everyone. I can help everyone. No, you can't, because they're going to say no. How many of you have heard a lot of no's in your business? And how many of you feel like, based on what you've been taught by your company, that it must be you? It's you. You're the problem. How many people believe you're the problem? In some cases, you are. In some cases, I am. In some cases, Vicki is. We're happy to say, yeah, I screwed up. But in this case, it's not. It's what you're taught is completely wrong. There is nothing for everyone. So who can you help who want to achieve this or that, or get rid of this or that, so that they can do this or that, or feel this or that without having to do some yucky thing? Okay, I'm going to give you an example right now. Are you ready? Let's say this is one of the ones that we have. We help people. It could be women. I could say seasoned seniors, and we're especially good with those people, being them ourselves. So we help somebody who wants to build their own business. Now, this is kind of a general thing, right? Who wants to build their own business so they can quit their job without having to hit up their friends or chase strangers down the street. Okay, you see how this works? So I help people, and that could be women, men, parents, right? Who want to, what do they want to do? Build their own business. We could put in hundreds of things here. Who want to get their health back, want to get that sexy body back. That's what they want to do. Want to get rid of their alcoholic, abusing, I don't know, parent or child or a mate, so they can be free again without having to go to his confession, right? Because you don't want to tell the priest anything. Do y'all see how this works? So who's got one of their own where you could say, I can fill in the blank? Who's got one, Vic?
Keith says, I help business owners make the best decisions of their lives.
Yeah, but that's very general. What's that
That's
mean?
the only one with a full statement. Fiona just says mothers.
What do you help mothers? What do you help them do?
And then Fiona's about mothers who want to find a way to reduce the stress and get their weight in control.
Okay. Anybody else? We got anybody else here?
And Keith continues to say, I help business owners make decisions on how to grow their business.
Without what? What's the thing? This is very tricky. It's called determining your audience or your niche, who you can help with what specific thing. And it takes sometimes months to figure out how to do this, to get it right. Because once you have it, like there's a guy who ran a post. We've made thousands of dollars on simple Facebook posts with stuff like this, right? And he had, here's a hack for busy entrepreneurs who struggle to make time for cardio. So busy entrepreneurs, and he offered a hack. So one thing you could do is say, you know, here's a hack, right? For people who, I help people who, and here's a hack, because there's so many ways to prove you can help before you ask for money, right? Because that's why people pay us. They go to one of these, they go to videos, land over there at YouTube, and many of you will go binge on the YouTube, and suddenly they show up and say, here's 10 grand. I want to be in your program. I want to learn how to do this. I want to change myself. So I'm this sort of person who thinks like this and does this. And that's what happens. So you want to be that person so they can trust that you can help before you ask for money, right? These are very important things. I'm just telling you conceptually that people want to trust. And once they know that you can help them, because you're going to show this, I want to show you here how to do that through little scripts like this, they will be ready to say, well, here's my money. Where do I sign up? Because I know now that you can help me do this. Okay. So I help people who want to build their own business. Did we get any more options?
There's another, I help dads who want to lose weight so they can feel more energy without that sluggish feeling.
Yeah. I help dads, right? Get rid of the dad bod and go for the beach bod.
Huh?
Boom. How? And without having to eat grass. No, rabbit food.
Rabbit food. Yep.
Okay. That's how you begin. It's called attracting. Okay.
There's one more. I help teachers who want to make an additional $1,500 a month during their summer break without getting a second job.
Without getting a second job. So, but are you going to teach them how to do network marketing? Yeah, because if you're going to teach them how to do, say, network marketing, that's okay. But then you have to be really straightforward and say, I can help you, make extra money during the summer without getting maybe a a regular job, or doing something cool from home, because they're going to have to do something. So you don't want to give the implication that they don't have to do anything, because that's not true. Nobody will give them money for doing nothing, versus say, I can show you how to do this without getting a job flipping burgers or being a waiter or a waitress or some, do you see what I mean, Marvin? So, and if everybody else here, so the person knows you're going to do something, but it might really be fun, right? See that? Without having to leave home, without having to get in your car. So you have some idea about this now. All right, so here, answer to the first question. What do I do? How do I talk to people without alienating them? Let's assume we start with, well, so what do? We could say there are infinite numbers of these, depending on what you do and how you do it. Well, we help people who want to build a direct sales business. Any direct sales. You could be selling credit card systems, or you could be selling pharmaceuticals. It's all direct sales. What do you think pharmaceutical reps are? They're direct sellers, man. Where they get their leads, doctors that they go farm. It's the same thing you're doing. You just have lower ticket items and nobody's taught you how to market, which we're doing right here. So I help people who want to build a direct sales business so they can quit their job. Now, I am choosing this market. Why? Because so many people that we teach want to do this and quit the job. How many of you, if you knew how to build a direct sales business, which is, directly reaching out to people like we do in network marketing, whether it's network marketing or affiliate marketing, so that you could quit your job, would start learning how to do that so that you could quit your job? Say me if we have anybody like that. Because it won't be all of you. Some of you say, I already have quit my job. I want to triple my income. And we help people who want to double the size of their direct sales business income so they can make an impact. Do you see that? We put in here who we want to attract that we know we can help. And so people who want to quit their job are one level of entrepreneur. They're just beginning. Somebody who's already quit their business and now wants to double their business. Like we had somebody in here last year and she was already earning $100,000 a month. So some of you are going to go, and she's like the number one earner in her company, in her country. And it's like, why would she want that? Because she wants $200,000 a month. Why? Because she wants to have a huge impact. She's not going to take that money and put it under her pillow. Entrepreneurs want to have impact. They want to build bigger, do more. Why do you think Elon keeps getting richer? Because his stock is going up. He doesn't have any money at home. He barely has change in his pocket. He can't buy dinner for anybody. He has to sell stock, right? Because he has no use for money. He doesn't show off. He thinks and does. Okay. So people who want to build a direct sales business so they can quit their job, but they don't know how to market or sell, right? They don't know how to do this. So this is their need. This is the hurt that they're wanting to pay for. That's why people come to us, right? And they don't want to hassle their friends or family or hit on random strangers. You see, this is the structure. Do you see how that works? Tell me, yes, you got this. That's what I do. So what do you do? Well, we help people who want to build a direct sales business so they can quit their job. And they don't know how to market and sell stuff. And they don't want to go to their friends and family or just chase after random people on the street. That's what I do. What do you do? Would you want to know a little bit more about that? Yes or no? Tell me yes or no. Let me hear. If that's what you heard. Wouldn't you want to know? How many would want to know?
Oh my goodness. I like that. 100%. Yes, sure.
This is it. Notice, no company, no product, no prices, nothing. Who cares? If the person doesn't want to build a direct sales business so they can quit their job, they're out right there. But then we tell you they don't know how to market or sell. You know how they can't sell anything, poor things. And they don't want to hassle the family because they want to have a place to go for Christmas dinner. Anyway, that's what I do. What do you do? Ooh, baby, let me hear what you do. I want to hear all about that. Right? That's how this works. And there are hundreds of these. Now, the third thing is, what is different about you and your thing versus what else is out there that people know about or that they might be using already? A lot of people in our industry don't realize that people are already trying weight loss products. They're already trying skincare. They're already trying network marketing businesses. They've tried a lot of things. They're not somebody who just, came up on the beach like some lizard and has never been here before. So you have to realize, what is it that would make somebody who's trying to lose weight, let's say this, say they're trying to lose weight and you have a weight loss and you go, oh my gosh, but my weight loss thing is really cool. How is it different? Because nobody's going to buy your thing just because you say it's the coolest. If somebody says to you, I want to go to a movie, this is the coolest movie, you are not going to say yes before you know what the movie is. Because you might not like horror movies and maybe you don't like, I don't know, Batman. So you want to know specifically what is different or what the thing is going to be about. Tell me, yes, you got this. Everybody have this? Okay, so what's different? Okay, so let me give you an example. Like for weight loss, if you say, I have weight loss and it's the greatest thing in the world, how many are you going to sell? Tell me, with the whole world being overweight and everybody on some kind of weight loss program, what are you going to get? What do they say, Vic?
0, 0, none, 0.5.
So this means you agree you don't want to be doing this, right?
Yep.
So what's different about you and your thing? Okay, so let me show you here. Kind of fun. In terms of our business, remember the one I said we help people do direct sales, right? Set up a direct sales business so they can quit their job. And we had that. And so now we're saying, and so they can do this without having to go to friends and family, right? So what is different about your thing? Somebody might say, well, you help people. Eric Worre helps people. I mean, Ray Higdon, all my old friends, they all help people in this industry, right? Are you good with that? So Kim, what is different about you? What's, besides that you're a girl and you've been around forever, but I guess Eric and I come from the same, we started in the water filter business together at the same time. It's 29 years ago. So what's different about the way that we at the Yes Big School, Vic and I, and what's different about us? Well, we help you, people that are looking to build their own business, network marketing, direct sales, talk only to people who are already interested in buying what you have to offer. There's not anyone I know of in this industry who does this. And there's very reason why. It's not because it's so hard, although it is pretty hard, actually. But why does nobody do this? What does the industry teach? What do they teach them, Vic? What do they say?
Talk to everyone. Hit up everybody. Industry
Right?
teaches it's all numbers. Build a list of 100 family and friends. Make a list.
Okay, so here's a nice distinction that I'm going to make for you right now. If I say to you, we help people who want to build, who've made a decision, they're going to make an impact. And the only people you ever talk to and spend time with are people that are already interested in buying what you have to offer. Okay, so how many people have you guys talked to that were not interested in what you had to offer? How many? What percent? Half of them, most of them, some of them, what?
Hundreds. Keith says thousands.
Okay, how many people have you talked to that said no? Or that just are not interested?
Stephanie says 90% of them.
Okay.
Peter, lots.
Right. So what's different about our thing? Well, I would say the industry leaders, the companies, and the the people recruiting, and the industry gurus, the ones that I know, and I pretty much know everybody, is they tell you one thing that we don't. Everyone will want this. That's why you go to everybody thinking everybody should want this. And you blame yourself when they don't. Everybody does not want what you have, period. They never will want what you have. Only some. Why do you think there are like 100 different car companies? There's Range Rover, that's like 75, 80 grand. There's Ferraris, 300 grand. Now, some of you may go, oh my God, who would ever buy that? People who like Ferraris. And there's a Ferrari phase. It's like the Prada phase with women who buy high-end clothing. You go through your Prada phase and then you decide, you know what, I'm going to go to really class act Goodwill. And then I'm going to make my own, or I'm going to go to India and buy stuff that the ladies have made there, from stuff that they've spun themselves. So people go through phases, but what's different is with us, anybody who signs up, the only people they're going to talk to are people that are already interested in buying, talking about buying. How would that make it different? Well, our philosophy is most people don't want what we have. Not because it's bad, not because it's us, but because they have a lot of options and they come from different backgrounds, different philosophies. People who don't really like to do much working out, if my program is working out, they're going to want to lose weight, but not do it working out. Am I right? Yes or no? Am I going to beat on them and go, don't you know you should be working out? What's the matter with you? That's what people do. But do you think those people appreciate that? You see, building a business is not easy. That's why most everybody quits. Why do you think 95% of the people have jobs, including most network marketers? Because it isn't easy. You can pretend all you want, but it is not easy. It's very difficult to build a business because you have to market and sell stuff to people, which means you have to know who you can help, how you're different, and then how to turn on the attraction machinery. So they all come through the attraction machinery and through the nurturing sequences. And by the time you get them, we've got a calendar booking machine set up, and you turn it on and you get a bunch of appointments. You turn it off when you want to go to the beach. How would that be if you had something like that? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you love that? Let me see. Okay. So that's what we've done. We've automated this whole client attraction process once you know who you can help, so that our members get a calendar system that is filled with qualified bookings whenever they want. So what's different about you and your thing? So remember, this is not necessarily the science or the ingredients. The difference really is more about how you deliver the service. Like for weight loss, there's fasting, there's juice fasting, there's exercising, there's going to the golden door. There are many ways to lose weight. Meditation, right? Do you see that? So you take your specific method and that's what you offer. That's how you get hundreds of customers. So let's say that we help people that have been overweight forever lose weight without feeling deprived 24/7. Because one of the reasons people don't lose weight is because feel deprived. People don't want to feel deprived. Would you say true or false? Is that right or not right? You agree?
True, right.
Right? Yeah. So nobody wants to feel deprived. So let's say that you say, we help people that have been overweight forever. Now, this is not just overweight forever. This is a class of people that we like to help. Let's say people who've been overweight since they can't even remember when they were not. Right? People who, remember we said, I help people who, so not just overweight people, but people who've been overweight forever. See that? Or just became overweight, had their third kid, and suddenly they put on 50 pounds. Do you see this? These are all the distinctions that you make, because there are 7 billion people in the world, I think. And all you need is a couple thousand customers, and you'll be making $5,000 a month in no time. Then all the distributors are going to come and say, well, I want to get 5,000 customers. How do I do that? Right? That's what we're doing. So let's talk about this. People have been overweight forever, and they want to lose without feeling deprived. Remember, without the thingy. Using this weird tech thing that erases their urges for the stuff they know that makes them fat. I just invented this. Okay. So what's the method? This weird, different, right? What's this weird thing? It's kind of techie thing. And it somehow erases their urge for the stuff that they know makes them fat and makes them, whatever it is. It erases the urge for the Coca-Colas or the sodas or whatever it is that they're saying that they're losing the taste for. Okay, that's what is something unique. Do you all see that?
Oh, lots of yeses.
Okay, that's very different. That's a kind of unique versus, going to the spa and doing meditation 3 times a day, or doing yoga, or doing some other method. Remember, there are many ways to get what somebody wants: money, love, relationships, confidence, and you offer that end thing with a specific path. And you want to offer it because there are zillions of people who want your path. And so when you call it, it's like selling size 8 shoes. You could be at Nordstrom's and offer all the sizes. You could just also have a shoe size where your website says, we only deal in size 8, women size 8, everything, every color, and who's going to come? All the people who want size 8. Do you see that? If that's all you offered were size 8, you would be the place online for all the size 8. But you wouldn't sell 9, 10s, and somebody else would sell those, but you'd sell more size 8 than any other shoe store that offered all the sizes, including number 8. Do you see that? Tell me yes, you get that. So here we go. They don't know what happened, but now they don't even see the Coca-Colas or the Pepsi or the Diet on the shelves anymore, and they don't even miss it. That's what this particular process does. And then, of course, the weight begins to melt away, and they've become beautifully sculpted like before, their bodies and their faces. That's what I do. What do you do? You see how this works? And when you put that out there, those people come. They hear their names. Like when you're a mom and you go to the playground and your kid's 5 or 6 years old and there's 100 kids. And if you just stand there, and if you didn't go all the way to pick him up and you just called from the fence, Henry, who is going to go? And was that me? Is Johnny going to go and do that? Is Mary going to go and do that? Is Lula going to go and do that? Who's going to say and be looking for the Henry? Only Henry. And out of that whole mess, he's going to come running. This is what you're doing. See how this works? Figure out who you can help. And the answer is not everyone. Do you see that? Why it's not everyone? Who here knows and is certain that they can help people solve their problem with their program? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how certain are you? 1 is, well, I don't know. And 10 is, yeah. I'm totally certain. Let me see what some of those numbers are. Who's got a 10? Who's got an 8, a 9? That you can help people with what you've got, the certain kinds of people.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a bunch of the 10s. Keith, you got it. 10. Peter, 10. Tracy, Greg, all of you. Bunch of 10s.
So what you're going to do next, then, once you know that, you have to attract those people to you and literally repel everyone else. That's really what you do. And when you call out, I want a green shirt, that means you are literally eliminating red, brown, beige, white, and orange. Do you hear that? When you call out, I want a green shirt, the people doing the looking or you doing the search, everything else is eliminated. That's scary for some people. But I'm telling you, get you all the green. Get you nothing but the right ones to begin with. Okay, so you learn to attract those people to you. And who are the people? The ones that are hurting with the problem that you can help with. They're constantly looking for ways to solve the problem, whether it's weight, whether it's money, whether it's a relationship, whether it's skin, whether it's no matter what it is. Okay. Losing their time. They're overwhelmed because they say yes to everything and they can't understand why they have no time at the end of the day when everything on the list, they didn't even do it. They did stuff that none of which was even on the list. How many people have done that? Oh, that wasn't on my list, but it took all day. Oh, yeah, right. So you don't need a list. I want to teach you something better. So then you gently put people through your automated nurture sales process, which we have in many forms, by the way, not only with Facebook, but also with email and with, oh my goodness, we have quite a few ways that you can do this, as well as talking to people, which is very, very effective if you know how to do it and learn how to do it. And then you enroll them into your program. That is the process. Does that make sense to everybody? So you attract. Who does Ferrari attract? Everybody, yes or no? Yes or no? Do they attract everybody? But are they a rich company? Remember, the world has billions of people. And once you learn to reach out, especially through Facebook and Google, they will send people to you that never even heard of you because they want the problem solved that you put out there specifically that you can solve. That's how we do it. People come all the time who never heard of us and they go, oh, now let me see one of your little videos or see one of your PDFs or something that you've got that shows me what you do. And then if they love it, they call and come and here we are, right? Same thing can happen to you. This is called marketing, right? And you have to be very specific with the attraction, with the problem. Who does teeth whitener attract? Let's say you have an ad for teeth. Teeth whitener. Who wants to have whiter teeth? Well, if they place the ad, do you have yellow teeth? And the girl said, oh my God, would you look how ugly he is? I'm leaving. Right? Are you embarrassed by having smoker's teeth? And then they sell the white. What's the pain? Well, I'm embarrassed because I have smoker teeth. Well, I don't have those, but there are people who have that. And you have to write the pain in a way with words that they use, which you learn because you learn to talk to your market. How about payday check cashing services? I see these around sometimes. Here's your payday. You got your pay and you want to get your cash check. Who does that serve? People that don't have a bank account. You see that? You see how many different, Tony Robbins, who does he attract? They had a guy come into our program the other day and his choices were Tony Robbins for transformation or us. And I'm happy to say, as much as I love Tony, he chose us. Why? Because we also focus specifically on the whole network marketing industry. So we're better at that than anybody in terms of how to do this kind of work. That's why I didn't go to Tony. We're better than Tony at helping people do the attraction marketing, literally by problem, in the network marketing area, specifically for that group of people, because they're the least educated in marketing of any field that I know of, except possibly internet marketing. Because everything that we are all taught in all the companies that is everybody will want this, which is ridiculous. Nobody wants anything. Almost nobody wants what we have. That's what Seth Godin said to all marketers, no matter what you have, cars, homes, whatever. He said, almost nobody wants what you have. Get used to it, call them out. And because there are billions of people, they all come running. Okay. All right, good. So if we got it, are we set to go here? I have something fun for you. I'm going to do a little experiment. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Draw a line across the page real quick. This will be a surprise to a lot of you. And then I'm going to show you a story of the dice, which I have never told before. And I learned it and I thought, oh, I gotta teach this to my folks. Okay, draw a line across the page like this. Yeah. You see the line? Draw a line like this. Okay. Tell me you got your line, Vic, monitor.
Yep.
All right. So what we're going to do is, what do you want to earn with your business in the next 12 months? Put the number per month, or you can put the whole number in the next 12 months, assuming that you decide you're going to start. You might even get some help, so you know what to do, like learning how to play golf. Somebody stands beside you and shows you what to do. Learning how to do the tango, somebody stands beside you, shows you what to do, instead of out there by yourself. In the next 12 months, what's the total amount you want to earn from your business? Put some numbers in here. Tell me what you want that you will do the work to get. Put that number right here. What are some numbers we've got?
5,000 per month this month. That's
Okay.
Keith.
Okay.
That's all I
5,000
want
per
to
month.
say.
Okay. So the year would be 60,000. Okay. We have some more numbers, and then put the number that you did earn last year. Okay.
200,000 in the next 12 months. That's Allison.
Okay, good, good, good. That works.
Mhm.
200,000. Now put the number that you did earn. See that? Put the number that you did earn last year with your business. And the number can be 0, and it can be 5,000. It can be nothing. The reason you're here is because you didn't hit your goal. I didn't hit mine either. You know, my goal's always bigger for next year than last year. It's always better. Always do things better than before. Okay. So now I want to show you something, which for some of you is going to you're going to pull out the bottle, but don't do it. You want to earn, say, $100,000 in the next 12 months. Tell me you got that. And let's say that last year you earned $3,000 from your business. Have you got that? Tell me yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, you did that last year. Now, you are in the hole $97,000. Y'all see that? You want to earn 100. You think you can help people. You know you can help people. You just don't know how to market and sell, right? So you're in the hole, $97,000. $97,000 is what you lost last year. Why? By not learning how to earn the money. You never learned how to market and sell. How to figure out, who can I help? How do I attract them? What is different about me? How can I get out there and help all those people that are waiting for me? Right? Instead of talking to all the wrong people. Isn't that what we are talking about here? Do you want to lose it again this year because you didn't learn how? You tell me, yes or no. Now you can lose it every year if you want. If you don't learn it, how to market, if you want a business of your own, you don't learn how to market and sell, you will lose the difference between what you said you want and what you earned every single year, you lose it over and over and over until finally, you're at some point in your life when you don't have any more time, and then it's going to be too late. Okay. All right. So you said, are there people here who want to generate 10 grand a month in the next 12 months with their business and learn how to do it? Absolutely. Make a decision, screw your butt to the chair, learn how to do it and do it. Yes. Let me see what we got here.
Yes.
You got some?
And Jared, yes.
Good. And we're coming to the end here. Now, who here thinks that I'm going to make some kind of offer to you at the end? For some of you, that's going to cost money. Who thinks that's coming? Who expects that?
Yep, I think so, Keith says.
Good.
Duh.
That's very good. Well, you should, right? You should. So I'm going to tell you right now what that is, because it's coming up. So you can relax and enjoy the show. Because I want to show you the dice program, because I know that the offer we have is not going to be for most people that are here, because, just because, but it's going to be for some people. They've been waiting for this forever. So I'm going to tell you right now so you can get it over with and you can just relax and enjoy the piece of the show that's left here. We have an offer to help people to work with us, certain ones only because you have to qualify, who are going to become entrepreneurs, real entrepreneurs, which is what it takes to become a really strong network marketer. And I'm going to give you an example at the end of the difference between an entrepreneur, how that person thinks, and how a regular person thinks. And if you don't make the change right there, you should keep a job, because you can make a lot with a job. You can make maybe $50,000, $60,000 or more with a job. But there's one mindset, there are many of them, but one giant one that will tell me and tell you if you're able to think like an entrepreneur, and if you think that type of thinking is worth the work. Because if you don't, all bets are off. Being an entrepreneur is weird. I'm telling you, it's weird. Okay, that's why I'm asking. 6 to 8 weeks. The cost of it is slightly under 1 month of the minimum that you say you want to earn. Everybody says they want to earn $10,000 a month. If you paid 1 month's worth and you got 12 months worth of $10,000 a month, would that be worth it or not? That's the decision you get to make. By the way, there's financing available. Okay. And it's free to apply to work with us. It's also free to apply for the funding. Nobody does anything, whatever. So if it's free to apply to work with us and it's free to apply for the funding, who should apply? Let me see what you guys say. Who should apply here at the end? If you want this, if you truly want this, who should apply? Fiona, yes, my kind of girl. Who else? You see Fiona's answer? Who should apply? Let's see what we got here.
JC says all.
Everybody. Otherwise, you just, kind of having a good time. We won't say, we'll start with M and we won't say anything else. So here's the steps we use and have used and use to this day. You want to see the 4 steps that are in our program that we use that we're going to teach you how to do? And then I'm going to show you the dice. Who wants to see them? The 4 steps. Let's check them.
Let's see them.
Number 1, you're going to get a formula to know who you should be attracting that will say, yes, I want what you have, and I want it the way you have it, and I want that program, and I want you to be the one that I sign up with. That is a formula. And we're going to help you create yours with a formula that we have. It's called the Attractor Formula 1. Why? Because you want to attract committed people. Who here wants to attract committed people? Who is sick of people that are looky-loos? Who is sick of people, oh, I want to do this, but only if it's easy. And if I can do it once a week, and if I can, if I don't have to be sober all the time. Right? So that's number 1. Number 2, we're going to teach you how to set up a sewing machine, sewing, SOW for the podcast people. And that is a way where, how in the Bible, Jesus has a sower and they're all sowing these seeds. Well, they're not going to go over there and start digging up and hope there's some kind of tree. You got to sow the stuff and put good seed, hopefully, which is your program and product and what you offer, into the soil. and it's going to germinate. And then there's going to be some water and there's going to be some sunshine. It's called nurturing. And the good ones that don't fall on the rocky ground, the good ones that are not going to be choked by the bushes that have thorny bushes, the good ones are going to grow. And when they do, we know, because you're not doing jack, you've just put out the seeds. So we show you how to do this. The ones that grow are going to grow, and we have something to pick them up because we've got radar out there. They're called virtual magnets. And they catch those ones, those people that go, oh, yeah, you're starting to grow. And we then put them through a little process without you, where they go through the process. And when they say, yeah, this is exactly what I want, because it's kind of a self-selection checklist for the product or the business. Okay. Then what happens is we have it set up that they can enroll on your calendar. So it's an enrolling calendar machine. And Vicky's going to show you that's what she used to just sit and call on the phone. People, she had no idea who the hell was on the other end of the phone. Now she only talks to people that are all pre-qualified. Why? She turns it on and then we have it and it flows. And turn it off when she goes kayaking and we go, oh, Vicky, okay, come back soon. And off she goes kayaking. We love Vicky. We want her to do this because she loves people and she knows who we can help. And she knows what the problems are. Why? Because she's been there, done that. So the calendar gets booked with an enrollment process that comes from this thing right here. So then what? You get a conversation. You get the template that we use to qualify our people and take the ones and enroll them into the program. That's what we do. Okay. And then at the end, of course, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get new people in. So you're going to have new problems. Like what? Well, you have to manage a team. Oh God. Well, what if they start? What am I going to do? Oh gosh, you know? And, you know, on top of having a team, you know, you're going to have friends asking you for money because guess what? You might have some money. Right. And they'll say, oh, you know, hey, I saw you just, you know, took in $8,000 and maybe you could lend me too, huh? You know, you decide where you're going to vacation. You get to think about that. No, not Motel 6. You can pick up your suite at the Ritz if you want, or anywhere you want to go and any way you want to spend it. It's up to you. Depends on what you're looking for, right? For now. Is that fun? Sound good? Okay, so what's the next step? For those of you that are early birds and you want to be sure that you get a spot with Vicky to talk to her to see if we can actually help you, go to this website, maxout.com. You put it in there, Vic. Maxout.com/pick me. So maxout.com/PICKME. You put that in there. Okay. And when you see there, you'll see a little form like this. Just fill it in. It's your contact information and why you want to work with us. Because we can only take a few people for the main program. So that's what it is, the Max Out Pick Me. Now, I'm going to show you a story of a couple of dice. How many people here play games that involve dice? Because you can go to Las Vegas, right, and play craps and, I don't know, roulette and all these things. You can also play little games with dice, right? Okay, so if you were playing a game, because you know the whole idea with dice is you roll the dice and whoever gets the winning number wins. And if it's gambling, it might be you in the house, or if you're playing with other people, whoever, you might decide, well, whoever gets the high number wins the pot for $5 or $50. So you could win 50, you could, you know, lose 50, whatever it is. Is this clear to everybody? So you have pairs of dice. Okay. Now we're going to show you 2 pairs of dice. And I want to know which one you want to have. You ready for this? All right. They're regular random dice like this, just a pair. There's nothing tricky about these dice. And then there are loaded dice. Now these dice give you a guaranteed 70% chance of winning each time. How many people think that this might be kind of a cool thing to have? So we have random dice, regular, right? And we have the 70% dice. Which dice do you want to play with if each hand, there's money changing hands? You might win or lose or win or lose. Which one do you want to play with? Do you want to play with the regular dice or the 70% dice? Let me see. What are they saying, Vic?
70, 70, 70, all of them. 70.
Everybody wants to say, yeah, right? Okay. Now, here comes the kicker. Got to have a kicker. By the way, why would you want to play with this one versus this one? Why? Why? Give me the answer.
Win, the win.
Think about this.
Better
Why do you want
odds.
that?
Better
Say what?
odds.
Better odds. Okay. Who said that?
Chances are much higher. Neil Paz says
Good,
chances
good.
much higher.
Yes, yes.
Casey, keep up momentum. Fiona,
Okay.
chances are much higher.
Okay. All right. Okay. So now we're going to throw a thing in the ointment, of course. We have to have that. Let's say now that these dice, they're going to sell these dice. So you can come to the table and you're going to sell these dice, and they're going to sell the dice for $1,000. Okay. Now remember, we're going to play the same games. You can win 300 per hand, 500 per hand. You can lose 200 per hand. You could, win $1,000 per hand, but they're going to sell the dice for $1,000. So you can choose either the random dice to play, or you can pay $1,000 for the 70% dice. And which dice would you want to play with? Now, before I tell you, you should know this. You can use the dice as often as you want and as long as you want to play at any table, any place you want to play for any, whatever the amount of money is. Which one would you want? Would you buy the 70% dice, or would you stay with a random free dice? Which one would you choose?
Fiona says still the 70. Stephen, 70. Again, 70.
Okay. So why? Why?
Because random costs more. 70 because random costs more.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. That's exactly a perfect answer. Why does random cost more? Chances are you're going to lose a hell of a lot more. You see that?
Tried and tested systems always work better.
Right? And it's 70%. Notice, we're not saying you're going to win 100% of the time. You're paying $1,000 or whatever you're paying to win 70% of the time versus random and paying nothing and being like everybody else. You see that? So what is the point of this? Why? Why? Why do you think? Do you have a one-word answer? What? Finish it. Anybody?
Certainty. Fiona. First answer, certainty.
Certainty. Okay. So you're willing to pay for more certainty. Even though it's not 100%, it's 70%. Is that what I'm hearing? Yes or no? So I want to be sure we get this straight. People pay for certainty. Doesn't even have to be perfect, but it has to be more than just chance. And what I'm telling you is that our program is your 70% dice. With this, I can tell you 70% certainty that you're going to make it work, because we've done it so much. That's really the bottom line. And that's what this program offers you. And if you are interested in applying, get the link here and talk to Vic. And if you want those things that you said, and you're willing to learn how to actually find out who you help, learn to attract them, learn to bring them through the system, none of which will build, but you won't be doing the actual talking to people. You never hear no. We don't hear no, because of the way things are set up. And if you want to have 70% dice on your side so that you can finally do this in the next year, apply. Who's supposed to apply? The application is free. Who is supposed to apply? What had we set up here? It's free to apply to work with us. How many of you are actually putting in your application right now so that you can do that? Or connecting with Vicky right now so we can see if we can even help you. It's free to apply to work with us. Who's applying? Or are you just going to stay the way you are, dangling and dabbling? You could do that. It's fine with me. Dabblers, are you going to pay the price later? Because when you don't have anything and the inflation goes bananas, you're going to be begging other people for money, the government, your mother, your mother-in-law, your children, you won't be independent. You'll be one of those people that is a dependent and a pain in the ass for anybody else around you because you can't help yourself. Right? So it's free to apply to work with us. And if you don't have money laying around right now, some people do, some don't. It's free to apply for the funding as well. We have wonderful lenders who love our work and want to help you. The business of financing for a business is an incredibly huge industry in America and in the whole Western world. I just tell you, some of you are going to go, oh, but Dave Ramsey says don't borrow money. He's right. If you are a person that has a job and that is your only income, you probably shouldn't borrow a lot of money because your job is the source of income that you have. And so if you make 60,000 a year, you don't want to be borrowing 50 grand to go to crypto because you probably won't be able to pay it back. How are you going to pay that back out of 60,000 a year? Do you see that? Whereas if you have a business, Dave Ramsey's not talking about people who have a business. John Rockefeller borrowed, Elon Musk borrowed, the hospitals where you have your babies, all of them, construction loans, financing of all kinds. It's everything is based on financing. Why? Because when you put on your business side, you're going to multiply your impact. You're going to help a lot of people. That costs money. Expanding, building new restaurants costs money. And that's why you borrow, so you can make way more than the cost. That's what financing is all about. Do you understand how that works? It's for your business. Multiply, and you have to give money before you're going to get a big return. Like, how many of you watch basketball? If a guy wants to dunk a shot, look at the free line, the single free line. What do they do first? They're going to take the ball and throw it in the basket, right? What does he do first? Down, up, boom. What if you want to jump really high right now? Right now, where you're standing, get up off your chair and jump. What do you have to do first? Let me see. Anybody stand up and jump? What did you do first without even thinking? You're going to jump. What'd you do? Tell me. You jumped. Who? What'd you do first? Let me see. Stephanie? Stephen, let me get you and Fiona. You guys, get off your chair and jump into the air. What did you have to do first? Tracy, what'd you have to do first?
Get off the chair.
Get off the chair, and then what?
And then what?
Just look at what you do. You got off the chair.
And we'll see. Go down.
Go down and then go up.
Yes.
That's what happens to your bank account when you invest in business. It goes down first and then it goes crazy.
Yes.
It's like the airplane, right? You get on the plane. It goes brrr, and goes down the airline, and just before the runway, where it goes up, it goes. That's what it does. Whatever goes up has to go down first. And so don't be afraid if you know that you can help people. Because I tell you, if you can, we will help you find them, because they're there. There's so many people, you fall over them. And if you want to make a difference and you want somebody to help you and give you that 70% dice loaded rate of chance of success, that's what we're here for. And if you don't think we can help you, don't apply. Don't apply. But if you think we can, then apply. Does that make sense?
And I want to just tell you that when I met Kim as a really shy person, and when I learned that I didn't have to go talk to everybody anymore, in fact, that's damaging. It's damaging to your self-esteem to talk to everybody. Really?
Well, knowing that you have something that's an agenda to try to sell them, and you know that they don't know that.
Yep. And they can sense it like a dog smells fear. I mean, really, they can. Yeah. You know it, because when I talk to you guys, you say that to me. You can sense it when somebody's doing it to you. And when you're doing it to them, you feel just as bad. I felt that way. So when I met her and I found out, oh my gosh, Kim has a way where people come to me or come to each one, and each one gets a custom fit story about who they are. What? That means duplication. I don't have to go try to duplicate myself and be somebody else. I get to be me. And what she did was mirror off of the team that I was with, how to be you. and how to be genuinely you and do something that lifts somebody else up, and only take on people that come towards you. So everything we did in that 1 year where I just went to the top really quick was fun, interesting, and impactful, and created income for the team, for all of us. We have people to feed, including ourselves. And we not only had a ball doing it, but everybody kept their self-esteem intact. What I learned over the years, to this day, I'm still learning from Kim, which is why I still show up. I cannot outthink that woman, no way. But what I've learned is keeping your self-esteem is really important. Making an impact is kind of wired into most of us that are entrepreneurs. We actually want to make an impact, but we also want to make income so we can make a further impact and not just be in a corner making a tiny little impact. How about a bigger impact? And being together. So there's the right attraction methods that are genuine and not duplicated, but you also repel the ones that you don't want so that you don't spend time on the phone or on Zoom, sorting and sifting and sorting and sifting so you can't get out of the house. You can be really chained to the computer and your chair as an entrepreneur making nothing. But it's all about a lifestyle, making an impact on money. And what I found is that each one of the ones I talked to here, you have some of the same obstacles. You're hearing about duplication and it's not working because you can't be that person. And you don't want to talk to everybody. And you want to save your family relationships and your friendships because they're currency to you. They're social currency. You don't want to damage those. So you don't have to. And then when you have this automated system, dear God, you actually get to have a life. And you keep your respect and you feel good about yourself. And then you take up a hobby that's something that you've always wanted to do and we're ignoring. It's all those things and more. So that's why I'm here. I just love this. And I get up in the morning and think, who are the 10s I'm going to talk to today? Because my calendar is full of 10s. And I get to help all those people or advise and send them to something that they need. Maybe they'll come back later. There's no icky people. I never talk to icky people. If I do, it's so weird. I have to call Kim and say, hey, I had a slightly icky person today. How did that get through? Because it just doesn't happen. And I don't need to go to therapy anymore. So it doesn't hurt for you to take a look to say, gosh, maybe there is a better way. Maybe I can preserve my self-esteem. Maybe I can have some fun and maybe I can save my time too. And that's what this is for, all of it.
One of the things we're going to do for the first, I believe, first 2 or 3 people that are in from this show is I'm going to do your show with you. So when you get your attraction stuff and who it is and what you're going to do, I'm going to look into you and your business without ever mentioning the name of the company or the product. We don't have to do any of that. And interview you. We will record that interview and you can have that interview playing 24/7, which will bring people to your calendar pre-qualified, and you get all your bookings and you can then do whatever you want. Call your heart out, interview your heart out with the people that want to have what you have. But that's only for 3 people. And Vicki calls this your Oprah moment. So I can do this with 3 people. So if you want the Oprah moment, be sure to tell Vicki that because there are only going to be 3 of you for that, because that takes a lot of my time. You see how that works? Let's say you have an interview. Oprah interviews people. Barbara Wallace used to interview people. Why? So those people wouldn't have to do any work. She did the work. But boy, oh boy, when she got an interview, when we interview people, things happen. So I will be with you live doing those shows, and you will have one and you'll be able to play it 24/7. Who would like to have something like that? Who would think that might give you like maybe a 90% dice? Let me see what they have to say for this. Yeah, you need to be able to qualify for the program and do your applications and be sure that you want to really do something with your life for the next few years. Because if you do, things can really be different. But I know not many of you can do this because you seem to be, somebody that has to say yes to 10 things. And if you say yes to 10 things, you have to focus. Musk built the Tesla first, then the space. So you have to be able to focus, and that means saying no to everything else. No Facebook, no Netflix, and just focus. Make your impact. And once you have it, then you can sit back Okay. Well, the
Yeah,
upline, let me tell you about your upline. If
Kim,
you
Kim,
say
sorry,
upset your,
upline. It will upset my upline. Oh, goodness.
what, you mean if you start making money, it's going to upset her? If you start bringing in customers and recruits, is that going to upset your upline? Tell me if that's going to upset her. What's the answer?
Nothing
Let's
yet.
say that you do something totally different from your upline and you keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about it. Don't stop telling everybody what you're doing and asking for permission. You're an entrepreneur. You're an independent contractor.
Yes.
Shut your mouth and learn the work and do it. Just shut up. What's going to happen is like what's happened to us 6 times, started with the first company. I didn't want to sell the company brochure and pitch out of that for the water filters. I never even used the company brochure. I didn't like any of it. And I didn't like the pitch. I had my own pitch. And nobody cared because I started bringing in so many orders. They said, well, whatever you're doing, can you come to the national convention and tell us? So in my first 6 months, I was on stage at the national telling people how we got, I don't know, $60,000 or $80,000 worth of water filters sold without recruiting anybody because I didn't know you should do that. They all wanted to know what I had done because it blew everybody else out of the water. So trust me, if you do this, keep your mouth closed, do the work, generate all the people coming in. What do you think your upline's going to say when she sees all that volume coming in? Fiona, what do you think? Hello? Is she going to go, oh my God, send all that money back? Don't do that. Or is she going to go, Fiona, what the hell are you doing, girl? What are you doing? I want to know what you're doing. So you keep quiet, you do your thing, you learn it. So what if it takes you a year? So what? In 10 years, if you stay the way you are, you're screwed. Do you really want to stay the way you are for another 10 years? And never do anything that matters to anybody? When you know you could have? Are you going to not regret that? Right? Just think about that. Just stop telling them what you're going to do. Don't denigrate your upline or the company. Nobody. Just be quiet, focus, get in the program, do the thing, and don't talk about it. Don't ask permission. Just do it. And when you learn it and your machine starts running, they're all going to want to know. And then you just say, no, it's private. But they'll all be happy because you'll be generating and you will feel the confidence that you can help your people and they will start referring. You won't have to ask them to be a rep. Happy customers often refer, but many customers don't want to be salespeople. We had customers years ago who said, okay, we want to refer people to you. But we don't want you to pay us for them. And I said, well, okay then. Because that was kind of novel. I thought, okay, you don't, and she said, let me tell you why. Oh, it's a lesson I never forgot. Let me tell you why. If you pay us, these are 2 women, very powerful women. She said, if you pay us, even if nobody knows, we're going to know. And that means we will probably refer people that we shouldn't refer because we know we're going to be getting money. We don't want that to happen. So we don't want you to pay us so that we know we're only referring the people that we think will totally be a perfect match and that money will not influence us one way or the other. I never had met people like that in my life, but I have honored those women more than any other people I've ever met in business, except maybe Gandhi, who said the same thing about his work. He said, we're not going to fight with people and whoever makes the most money and books the most hours. We're going to take everything to arbitration. Why? That way the clients don't go broke paying the lawyers. And the clients in the end is what he wanted to make happy and create peace. It's an incredible thing. I mean, you just cry when you think of people. I want to be like that. I want to be like that. All right, we're good to go. We'll see you guys next time.
All right, you guys.